How's it going, everyone? This is Cheetahman91, and this is part 4 of my Blu-Ray collection, so let's just get started. First up here, we have our final film from 1960. This is Village of the Damned. This is about a bunch of kids with really strange powers. Yeah, beware the stare. Yeah, they can basically just stare at people and make them, like, control their mind. Yeah, this is sort of like a British sci-fi horror film, and yeah, I really like this one. This one sort of reminds me like if they took an episode of the Twilight Zone and made it into a full length movie. Yeah, apparently there's like a remake too that John Carpenter did, but I've heard it's like nowhere near as good. Yeah, I would definitely check this one out if you're into like some like low budget sci-fi like Twilight Zone inspired stuff. You know, it's pretty brief too, like less than 80 minutes, so but a lot of bang for your buck in my opinion. All right, and next up we have this is Underworld USA from 1961. I've actually seen a little bit of this movie, but I never got around to finishing it. Like it seemed promising. I need to like don't have much to say about this one though. I need to get around to actually, watching the whole thing at some point. So yeah, I guess we'll just move on to something else. Oh, I guess we'll show the back of it too. I guess if you want to see the back. Okay. And next up we have another one I haven't seen yet. This is Judgment and Nuremberg. This is about the Nuremberg trials, but like I said, I don't know what it. So I guess that's basically what it's about, but I haven't seen it. Don't know if it's any good. I've heard it's good, but like I said, it's really long though. It's over 3 hours. I think that's why haven't seen it yet. I mean, it's just so friggin' long, man. But yeah, I got a pretty big cast as you can tell by the front of the cover. So yeah, I'll have to check that one out at some point. Hell, maybe Memorial Day. That'll give me an excuse to watch it. And we have another one from 61. I actually have seen this one. This is The Day the Earth Caught Fire. This is a post-apocalyptic British film. Basically, the plot is that the Earth's orbit has been altered and it's moving closer to the sun. So, like, it's getting, the Earth catches fire. You know what I mean? Starts getting warmer and warmer. And basically, it just follows these journalists that cover the event. And I don't know, I thought this one was pretty good. Like a good like disaster film. Obviously, it's not like the disaster film you would think of, like sci-fi, like the ones like the Armageddons and shit like that. This is like older, so I don't know. I thought this one was pretty good. Another like quality British horror film. So alright, I guess we'll just move on to our next film. Oh, we got a steelbook this time. What year did this movie come out? So that's another one from 61, but yeah. Our first steelbook. I don't have very many of these, but I guess we'll be getting to those whenever I get to them. I think I only have like 3. This is our first one. This is my first one. This is Mothra from 61, the kaiju film. The only kaiju film that I have, so because all the Godzilla films you can just stream pretty easily. Like on HBO and all that stuff. Yeah, this is a pretty good movie. You also have 2 versions of the film. You have the Japanese original and the edited American release. Obviously, I stick with the full length Japanese original, and I don't know, like I'm not a massive fan of these kaiju films, but I really enjoyed this one. I actually think this is better than most of the old Godzilla films I've seen, except for Godzilla versus Mothra, funnily enough. But yep, it's about just Mothra, just somebody takes Mothra's eggs, and yeah, she gets pissed off about it. That's pretty much the plot of the movie. And she goes to. But yeah, she's not. Obviously, if you know anything about Mothra, she's not like. Doesn't want to like destroy shit. She's more like, I think, like one of the good monsters or whatever. But yeah, she gets pretty pissed off in this movie. Like I said, I thought this one was pretty good. Like I said, one of the better kaiju films I've seen. Plus, it's got a nice steelbook. I think that's sort of like the Let's be inspired by the American poster. Anyways, we'll move on to another one now. I think we have another one from 61. Yep. This is The Hustler. Probably the most well-known film you'll see in this video. This is obviously the pool film, well, who stars in it because it shows it on the damn cover. Yeah, I really enjoy this movie. Like, the pool stuff's pretty good. And in fact, like, Jackie Gleason actually performed his own pool shots in this film because he used to be a pool shark when he was younger. I'm not sure if Newman did though or not. I think they might have got somebody else to do it for him. But yeah, this is a really good film. Like, it's honestly really depressing though. But it also feels, I don't know, very real in my opinion. Like I know it's a movie, but it feels like shit that could actually happen in real life. But like I said, really downbeat, really depressing. Well worth checking out, but you got to be in a good. Don't be. You got to be in a good mood. If you're like not, you're gonna be really even more depressed. All right, what do we got next? Oh, we got one from '62 now. This is when we are the. This is Wait a minute. I hate it when it's always like that with the damn faces, man. Now we have When We Are the Brave, and yeah, this is a pretty interesting film. It sort of feels like this is sort of like Rambo before Rambo. Because you have like this character who gets arrested, and then he like escapes, and then he like runs away from the wall, and like the wall is trying to like catch him. I mean, hell, you even got him like shooting at a helicopter, like Rambo. Yeah, the big difference though is that Kirk Douglas's character is actually pretty laid back. He's more like a cow. He's supposed to be like a character sort of out of place. Like he's more like he just wants to be a cowboy, but it's modern. It's like the '60s, so cowboys don't really exist anymore. I mean, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I've seen other people compare this to the first Rambo movie. I don't know. Like I said, obviously this isn't like an action film or anything, but like I said, the plot's it's so similar, man. Like a lot of the plot beats are kind of similar. The only difference is the character isn't like completely fucked up or whatever, like the PTSD and shit. But I don't know. I definitely recommend this film. This is a great neo western. So yeah, just check it out. All right, what do we got next? I think we got another one from. Yep, yet another one from. Oh, I got these messed up. This one's from '61. I should have shown this one first. Ah, damn it. Oh well, I guess we'll get to this. I guess we'll just talk about this one now. This is from Mysterious Island. This is our first Ray Harryhausen film we'll be looking at. This is obviously based off the I think this is based off a book, isn't it? Not sure. Yep, Dynamation. Yep, that's what Harryhausen used, like his widescreen stop motion. Yeah, a lot of this one's not bad. This one's pretty good. The only thing I kind of wish it had more stop motion in it. Like, if the only thing about Harryhausen that was sort of his bread and butter was stop motion, but I kind of wish there was more in it. I guess it's a memorable stuff. Like you got like the birds and you got like the giant bugs and stuff. But I think this is the one with the giant crab too. But I don't know. Like there's like better ones, like stuff like Clash of the Titans or this like Jason the Argonauts or Sinbad. All those have like more stop motion or they're better movies in my opinion. But this one's good, pretty good. Like I said, it's worth. I need to watch this one again at some point. I need to watch a lot of these Harryhausen films again at some point. But obviously the stop motion's good, but you would come to expect that if you know anything about Harryhausen. But anyways, I guess we'll just move on to something else now. Hopefully this is from '62. Oh, thank God, this one's actually from '62. This is Experiment in Terror. This is the plot of this movie. Is you have this woman who is kidnapped, who is like grabbed by the strangler, and he wants I think he wants money from her is what it is. Yeah, I think she works in a bank, and he wants to like use her so he can like rob it. And of course she's like having to deal with it, like all paranoid about it, but she has like the cops helping her out and stuff, trying to catch the killer. This one's pretty good. This is sort of like a cross between like a thriller and like a police procedural. That's like I said, pretty enjoyable. Plus, it's a Blake Edwards film that's not a comedy, which obviously that's not. If you know anything about him, like he's mostly known for his comedy. So it's nice to see something different from him. Even Henry Mancini does the soundtrack. Well, that's cool. I know he did a lot of like Edwards' soundtracks. All right, we got three more. What's next? Oh, we got another. Here's another Harryhausen film. This is 1964's First Men on the Moon. Or I'm sorry, First Men in the Moon. Anyways, this is as far as I know, Harryhausen's only film to be shot in anamorphic widescreen. Yep, and it's a sci-fi film. Obviously, he did quite a few sci-fi films, and yeah, the production values for this movie are pretty good, honestly. And the stop motions, once again, this is another one of those films like Mysterious Island. It could have used more stop motion, but this one does have more, and it's better in my opinion. I think this is just a better film overall. I think this is based off a book as well. I think H.G. Wells. I think. Does it say on the description? Uh, nope. Yeah, it is H.G. Wells. Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, this is pretty good. Not as good as like something like The War of the Worlds, but another H.G. Wells adaptation. But like if you like old sci-fi, you'll like this one. Plus, like I said, the stop motion's great, like it always is in these old Harryhausen films. So, I guess we'll just move on now. All right, next up from 1964, we have John Frankenheimer's 7 Days in May. This is a thriller, basically about a general who basically wants to may or may not assassinate the president, and like the general is like trying to like figure out if he's going to do like or not like do an assassination, do a coup d'état, and like this one of the president's like generals. I think he's a general. I can't remember what Douglas's character is, but he's basically trying to like see if he really is trying to assassinate him or not assassinate him, do a coup. I'll get it right eventually. Like I said, this is a pretty. It's been a while since I've seen this one, but from what I remember, it's a pretty well made and interesting political thriller. So I don't know. Rod Serling did the screenplay. Hell yeah, the Twilight Zone guy. But yeah, I just know this one's pretty good. I just need to watch it again at some point, to be honest. And I guess last but not least, from what year is this one from? Yep, this is from 1964. This is Zulu. This is a war epic, basically about this. What war is this about? I know this movie takes place in South Africa. I don't remember which war. Maybe it says here. Oh, this took place in 1879. Yeah, this is basically about this British regiment that has to defend this fort from the Zulu army. That's sort of what the film's all about. This one's pretty good. Honestly, my biggest complaint about this one is that the audio for about the first half of the movie sounds terrible, but then it does improve later on. I don't think that's like the fault of like the whoever made of Paramount or whatever. I guess like the film soundtrack was just in was in pretty bad shape and they did the best they could. But yeah, that's probably my biggest complaint. Yeah, and this is sort of probably mostly well known for being one of Michael Caine's breakthrough films. Yeah, he was pretty good in this. Not his best film, but I don't know. I thought it was worth checking out. Like a good war film. Like nice production values, great cinematography. Plus it's something different. Like it's not World War II or World War One or Vietnam or anything like that. So yeah, just another one worth checking out. And that's it for part 4. I mean, now next up we will have more films from the 19 or I will have more films from the 1960s. I don't know why I'm saying we, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, thanks y'all. Thanks to everyone, I guess, who stopped by to watch this video, and I'll see you for the next part.